You're watching WCSD from Calloway County High School.
This week on LakerTV, we got welding class and sparks are flying all over the place. And on top of that, we have a CCHS student who is, in fact, rodeo queen. All coming up here on LakerTV. Hello, Lakers. Hope everyone enjoyed prom last weekend. Speaking of prom, the annual CCHS Senior Prom was held last Saturday night. Students felt like stars as they followed the Hollywood-themed runway. And congrats goes to the 2014 Senior Prom King, Marco O'Brien and Devin Poston. The prom court consisted of Summer Simmons, Erica Rogers, Devin Poston, Marco O'Brien, Ozzy Rojas, and Levi Briggs. Otherwise, be sure to order your copy of Prom's Grand March DVD from Callaway Live. You can pick up an order form outside Mr. Hernan's room. That's room 401. Welding is an essential part of construction industry, and some Callaway students are preparing themselves for a career as a welder. Our Broadcast 1 students recently took a trip to the vocational school, and there they managed to get an interview with a welding instructor.
Bonding metal to metal plays an important role in construction and manufacturing, and that's a skill these students are learning at the Murray Area Technical Center.
Why did you decide to take this class?
Because I want to have a future in welding. That's about it.
Because when we took the tours in 8th grade and stuff, I thought I'd like it and stuff.
Because I wanted to learn how to weld.
How did you hear about this class?
I think it was when I was 7th grade. We came down here and we did a run around, and I don't know, it seemed interesting at the time. Friends.
This class offered to CCHS sophomores and up offers metal arc welding and gas arc welding.
It's 2 advanced courses that students will use once they get out of school here. They can either go to West Kentucky Community and Technical College and advance their education, or they could go to work with the skills that they learn here.
For LakerTV, I'm Bryce Orr.
By the way, one recent report projected that 25% of America's skilled welders will be retiring in the next 5 years. The welding trade once had a stigma of being a dirty, blue-collar job, but that seems to be changing. In fact, a student who receives a few months training from a welding school and gets certified can earn as much money as a college graduate with a 4-year bachelor degree. Something to think about. Now, many of you probably don't know that we have a rodeo queen in our midst. This Callaway freshman has risen to big challenges, winning awards and ribbons from all across the country. In fact, her success recently landed her on a national television show. Here's reporter Kaylee Anderson to tell you more.
My favorite thing about rodeo would have to be the competition. Everywhere I go, I see different people and I meet different people throughout, and I also learn different things from different people, not only about rodeo, but just the way to be about life.
Calloway County freshman Cassidy Mitchell is very competitive, especially in the world of barrel racing.
My fastest time in barrel racing is probably a 13.5, which is in Wranglers, which is at LBL, and then my fastest time in breakaway roping was a 2.5, which was in Gallup, New Mexico's at Nationals last year. And then in my fastest time in team roping, they kind of all run together, but they're usually about 8 to 10 seconds.
Rodeo isn't the only thing keeping Cassidy busy these days. She is also a varsity cheerleader at CCHS, but she still finds time for the necessary practice needed to be a champion.
I usually try to ride my horse at least 2 to 3 times a week to keep him in shape and keep him legged up. It's kind of like when we're in shape, we are more active compared to when we're not in shape. So I usually try to ride him 2 to 3 times a week, but I practice them maybe once or twice a week.
Close friends Libby Robertson and Kaylee Lax describe Cassidy as extremely goofy and fun to be around.
Crazy. And she's funny as all get out.
My favorite memory from rodeo. Oh, the wind is blowing. My favorite memory from rodeo would have to be my first year when I went to Gallup, New Mexico, because I qualified in breakaway roping, and when I got in the box, I saw all these people looking at me from all across the United States, and it was really nerve-wracking, but it was also exciting.
As a sixth grader, Cassidy was named the Kentucky Junior Rodeo Association Queen for 2010-2011. Throughout all 3 years of middle school, Cassidy qualified for nationals in 6 events, including barrel racing, breakaway roping, and team roping. Because of all the success and her family's ethnic background, Cassidy was recently featured on the national network television show, My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding, on TLC.
This week has been National Teacher Appreciation Week in the U.S. This past Tuesday, the Harbor staff held a special luncheon for teachers with a 50s diner theme. The teachers enjoyed hot dogs, ice cream, and some vintage music. LakerTV would like to thank all the teachers in the schools for teaching us all we know. Some of them even told us why they started teaching.
Teaching is just a passion that people have, and kind of to instill knowledge to others, and there's so much stuff out there in the world, especially in sciences with nature and with what's going on with technology and so on. And that's the way we're going to make this place better, is through education and through knowledge.
I grew up with my dad being in education, so that was a huge aspect to why I kind of went into this field, and so I saw his passion for teaching, and that really kind of came down on me.
And became a tutor for math at the Lowry Learning Center, and it was there that I was encouraged to pursue education. Everyone said that I explained things very well and put it on a level they could understand, and I was patient with them. So that led to my first education class, and the rest was history.
And so always just learning from other teachers in the building. They have so much experience and so many great ideas that I hope to be at their level someday. So
it's not really a job when you get up and you enjoy coming to it every day.
Along with teacher appreciation, we will take a look at some of the teachers who are retiring this year in our focal point. Then we'll give you a little throwback on some of the teachers here. Pre-order the Grand March 2014 DVD and the Class of 2014 Commencement DVD from any member of the Calloway Live Video Production Club, or stop by Mr. Hernan's classroom, 401, and fill out an order form. You can get the complete 2 DVD set for only $25, or order a single event DVD for $15.
With each passing year, Calloway County High School sees its fair share of new faces. But not just students, the teachers and staff come and go as well. So this week's focal point is about teachers who have devoted the majority of their lives towards education.
Well, if I didn't think I could make a difference, or if you don't think you can make a difference, then teaching's not for you.
For the past several years, Eddie Morris has been a driver's ed teacher and an assistant coach for the Lady Lakers basketball team. Coach Morris is looking forward to spending more time with his wife and family.
We started dating in high school in 1972 or 73, I guess, and married her. We're both from Savannah, Tennessee. Moved to Murray, and we have one daughter, Chelsea, and she's married to Chase Futrell, who went to school here. And so now we have our first grandson, Riggins.
As I'm calling this off, if you want to
In an interesting twist of fate, Coach Morris shares that special grandson with another retiring teacher, Miss Terry Futrell, who works with special needs students.
Of course I'll miss the students, getting those special bonds with the students.
Our first one that we've already gone over.
As far as being a teacher, teaching here while my 2 children have been a student here and also played sports here during tournament time. I think my favorite memories would have to be when we had the 212 days. And so just being a part of that and the tournament.
When I was in 7th grade, I felt like that my calling in life was to be a math teacher, and that's what I had my sights on.
Which letter is missing? Why?
Vanda Elliott knew at an early age she wanted to be a teacher, and she has been doing so for 36 years here at Callaway. She says she loves students and loves to teach math.
I'm always willing to help kids. I have kids around my table when I go home that call and say, "Can you help me?" And I love teaching.
For Miss Elliott, education is a family affair. Her husband was a teacher and 3 of her 4 kids were also teachers. What do these 3 teachers have planned for retirement?
First of all, I have a new grandson. He's a year old, so I plan at least 2 days a week babysitting him. But then, of course, things like travel or reading, and I haven't ruled out substituting, but I'm not sure.
After I retire, I'm going to try to help take care of my grandchildren. I have 4 grandchildren, and 5th one is on the way, due in November. I love outside. I love gardening. I love mowing the yard. I love being outside, and I also enjoy playing golf. So I'm going to get to spend some time on the golf course.
Catch up on things around the house. I have a father-in-law who's going to be 88 years old, and so he and I are going to garden together, and just projects. I've got an article that is under review to be published by athletic coach or coach and athletic director. So I hope to get that published. That'll be the second one that I've had published by them. Got a book that I'm working on, a kid's book. So, other than physical things that I'm going to be doing around the house to get caught up on some things, I've got some writing that I want to do.
As this school year ends, we hope these teachers enjoy their final weeks here at Calloway County High. Also, enjoy your retirement. You've earned it. Now back to Kayla and Mason.
We hope those retiring teachers enjoy their last few days with us. And thanks to Jacob Garland and Taylor Smith for producing that segment this week. A few weeks ago, the Laker Review produced a throwback article to show teachers when they were in high school. To help honor Teacher Appreciation Week, we made our own throwback to some of our teachers when they were in school. See if you can guess who some of these teachers are.
Can you guess who these teachers are? That was Calloway County English teacher, Miss Herndon. That was Calloway County Ag teacher, Mr. Falwell.
In other news, Disney has released its newest sports drama based on a true story. $1 Million Arm tells the story of a sports agent, J.B. Bernstein, and 2 upcoming baseball players from India.
Based on a true story, Disney's $1 Million Arm follows J.B. Bernstein, a once successful sports agent who finds himself edged out by bigger competitors. Setting off for Mumbai, J.B. stages a televised nationwide competition called $1 Million Arm, which is won by 18-year-olds Rinku and Dinesh. The goal? Get the boys signed to a major league team. Not only is the game itself difficult to master, but life in the U.S. with a committed bachelor makes things even more complicated for all of them. While Rinku and Dinesh learn the finer points of baseball and American culture, they in turn teach JB the true meaning of teamwork and commitment. Ultimately, what begins as a purely commercial venture becomes something more and leads JB to find the one thing he was never looking for, a family.
Boom. We've got a major league tryout.
Are you messing with us?
No, I'm not messing with you. You got a tryout.
That's all we have for today. Only 2 more shows left and you'll be missing us. And be sure to spend this weekend with your mother. After all, Sunday is Mother's Day. See you next time, Lakers.